Hello everybody, so I got a trade update for you, and we're going to talk about the trades that are currently in the market and those that already closed out in profit over the last 24 hours. But first, I want to talk about FX Junction. Now this is a website that I've been using already, and it's the new website that I'm going to be using for my paid service. So right now I have it charging about $20 a month, but that might actually change or be subject to change. What I'm doing is testing out the system right now, and I've actually disabled any new accounts on the website for signing up for now. I'm going to be changing that in the future, but I want to make sure everything is running smoothly. So how I'm going about doing that is I've created two separate accounts at FX Junction. One is having my trades copied to the other, and I am still currently testing that to make sure everything is running smoothly, because I want to make sure that the trades are being copied to everybody's accounts, and if I have it being copied to my own and it's working, then there's a much better chance of that happening. So with that being said, I have everything temporarily disabled, or at least FX Junction. My FX Junction link on the website is not currently active, but that will change once I have everything tested and ready to go. So sorry about the wait, but in the meanwhile, just continue to watch my trade updates on YouTube and to see how things are actually going. Okay, so this is what we're looking at right now in the market, is 3 open trades on the pound Canadian dollar and 1 on the NZD Canadian dollar as well. So there's a little bit of an interesting situation going on here. So if you go to my actual live account, the account that trades are being copied from, you'll see that there are actually 4 pound Canadian dollar trades and 1 NZD CAD. So there is a change from what's your account is likely showing right now. You should have 1 extra sell trade on the pound Canadian dollar. Now I'm not going to ask you to actually put that into the market yourself. I'm going to let you or tell you just to keep it as is, and I'm controlling it on my side. That's why I have my trades being copied to one of my accounts here, so I know what's happening on potentially happening on your side. So it's a very similar thing that I'm doing on FX Junction. It's a way for me to kind of beta test how things are going when it comes to technology, because as you know, technology can be a bit buggy. So with your 3 trades in on the pound Canadian dollar, don't worry about them because I'm watching them and they should still be able to close out into profit, and I can do that and I can have control over that. So what that means is that I'm going to basically have to have some manual intervention into my robot that you see at the top. That's doing all these trades. Since I have 4 trades in on the pound Canadian dollar, that means that the push back down, or the push down, I actually need a lot less of, because I have an extra trade in there. So the extra trade is a good thing in this case, but it's not a great thing for the accounts that only have 3 trades in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be turning this off and having some manual intervention and looking for this to go down even further. If it doesn't move down and continues up, then that's fine, and I'll make more updates on that. But this just shows you guys that sometimes technology can be a little bit buggy. I don't think this is something that's going to be a constant occurrence. I caught my software frozen for a second, so I will make sure and check it a lot just to make sure that's not happening. But manual intervention is sometimes necessary. Hopefully it won't happen too often, but you know, it sometimes is the case. Alright, in this case, I did catch it. It's fine. You guys don't have to worry about it. I'm taking care of it. Alright, so let's talk about the trades that we have in and what we want to happen. So we just hit another whole round number at 1.77 and getting a little bit of resistance up at the top. So hopefully this will continue to fall back down. We don't need a ton here to actually close out in a profit, probably right around our second entry, in order to close out in this whole entire basket in profit. So that would be about 40 pips on the top, about 16 below, so it actually maybe would have to be a little bit below that area in order to close everything out. So not too bad, it doesn't have to be a lot, and we only have three trades in. Drawdown currently is $8.39 on about a $1,000 account. So drawdown is not even 1% at this point right now. So guys, don't be freaking out that we have 4 orders in, 4 orders in, because we still have a ton of room, a lot of margin, and we'll go from there. So let's talk about the actual entries. The entries that were profit already, as you can see, they closed out 1 and 2, closed out right here at this point. And those were the trades that we had in the market yesterday. And the market jumped up and then came back down, gave us our 2-bar entry, which I've mentioned to you before, and I'll keep continuing to go over this just so you guys can understand where and why the trades are being entered. But here's the 2-bar setup, the bearish candle, followed by the bullish candle that's inside the previous candle, and then our entry. So this is a buy trade. We're looking for it to go up. It didn't quite go up enough, went back down, got our second entry 20 pips later. From here to here, jumped up, we came out with profit on both trades. And what that looks like is, on my FX book, you can see the profitable trade today of 0.29%, which is just about $4. So not a ton on a, but keep in mind this is a pretty small account of 1,370. And so far for this month, in the last 20 days, we've had 4.97%, so just about 5%. I'm hoping for another 3 or so percent by the end of this month. So we're a little bit under expectation of the 10 to 15% goal, but that's okay. As I said before, sometimes we can have slower months. And I might be pushing the risks up slightly for March for those that are copying my trades, and hopefully we can get closer to that 10 to 15% mark. But keep in mind that I'm always going to be on the safer side of when it comes to risk. I care more about protecting an account than making obscene amounts of profit. Okay, so our 2 trades, yes, closed out, and then the second trades that we have that went in earlier today was the bullish candle followed by the bearish inside after a good push up, and entry here, or right on this point, entry was right here on the sell trade, expecting it to go down. Didn't go down enough, jumped back up, entry 2 went in, and we did see some slowing on the upside right in this area. The candles were showing us this bearish candle was almost a bearish engulfing, almost an inside candle here, but just not good enough resistance at this point, and it was creeping up, and it is continuing to do so. So we are at a more important level. So the candles were showing us some resistance here, but I expect we'll likely get more resistance near the 1.77 round number, which is an automatic place, or a lot of times a good place in the market where traders enter and exit the market and causing increased volatility, and we can get a lot of people jumping in on the short side or a burn right past it. So we're at a crossroads level right now at 1.77, where anything can really happen, and we could get our profit quickly in the next few hours, or it could shoot up. We are going into the midday hours of the day, so after 12:30, we're going into the lunch hour, which means that volatility could slow, and volatility could likely pick up later in the next 5 to 10 hours, but it could slow from now on out for today. We'll see. So hopefully we'll get a pullback here at the round number, and it will shoot back down. I suspect that we'll get some kind of hold for a while up at this level, and then eventually it will either push down or it will go up. So we'll see how price reacts to that 1.77 level. All right, NZD CAD. This pair has been giving us some turmoil over the last few days. Ever since the end of last week, we've had this trade in after an inside candle setup, and it has been pushing. It pushed down a little bit, but it only hit half of our target, so not enough to really close out our trade, and it bounced back up, and it's been kind of going and ranging in our area. So it's been a kind of a slow trade, and it can be frustrating sometimes when this happens, when there's just not enough market movement to really do anything with our trade, where it's been sitting there. No extra trades have gone in yet, although we're pretty close to one going in. It's not enough yet. We need to go to 200. You can see that number, 200. That means 20 pips above, and we're not quite there yet. So We'll see if we get a second entry, and if we do, it's not a big deal. Actually, I kind of want something to happen on this trade instead of just one single position. If we get another one near up this point, and then hopefully it will push back down at that point, from that point on. So not a lot of action at this point. We're getting more action on the pound Canadian dollar, but it's been kind of slow this week because of the holiday. As I mentioned before, we are getting some reaction at this round number. I'm hoping that it will continue to push down. We only need a little bit more. It'd be nice to get some extra profit today. And if we do, that means that our 0.3% will get another around 0.3%, so we'll be at about half or over 0.5% for profit today. So hopefully this will close out in the next couple hours or 3 hours or so. So guys, that's pretty much it for the update today. Keep in mind that I am watching your trades. I'm making sure that we're going to come out of this basket of 3 pound Canadian dollar trades in profit on all of your accounts. And I'm going to be putting up this on the website. So this is my FX book, so you can actually mirror your trades and you can see which ones I have in. Right now, obviously, this is difference. There is a difference here because there's one extra sell trade. And if something looks different on this, you can always watch for my daily updates. When we have trades in, usually I will give an update for those that are watching so they can keep track of what's going on. Alright, so that's it for today. Let me know if you have any questions, and hopefully I can give you some answers. Alright, until next time, probably tomorrow, I'll give you guys another update. Bye.